Welcome, everyone. Happy New Year. And welcome to Friday's Inspiration. We are here clearing soul contracts with the ancient Cabal. I just spent 3 weeks visiting ancient Egypt. And that's what we were doing there, is we were clearing this ancient etheric architecture that has been broadcasting these frequencies of destruction and despair and war and oppression and slavery. And so we went there to dismantle so much of that. That was a big part of this mission. And so I wanted to bring all of this beautiful energy to you guys today so that we could get busy clearing some of this old garbage that we still have lingering. It prevents us from raising to these higher frequencies, these higher elevations, and keeps us in those limitations. Even I did not know before I went to Egypt that I had such a huge connection with the Brotherhood of the Snake, and which is basically the Dark Cabal. And so got a chance to clear those old contracts. We're going to be doing the same here today. And so I'm curious, how many of you out here think that you may have some old residual connections with the Dark Cabal? Like you were on the side of the dark, you were on the dark side at one point, but now you've converted to the light, and you know that there's some old garbage to clear there. We have a great crowd, international crowd today from all over the world. Let's see who we've got here. I love hearing where you guys are calling in from. We have London, as always. Thank you, Roma. And Selma in New York. We have Lynn in snowy Wisconsin. And so many, such an extreme in weathers, isn't it? We have Colorado, and we also have a rainy Bay Area. I'm headed up that way, Allison, later today. So I will be broadcasting from the north here shortly. And yes, I am reluctantly going north, but yes, it's time to get north and connect with some people there. And we have New York. Great. We have, and so Joanne thinks that she has had some dark energies with the Dark Cabal, and Selma as well. And Lynn would not be surprised. Good to have you here, Rinky from Canada. Yes, one of the things that I've noticed is that many of the people that were in Egypt on this mission, so many of us were on the dark side, and we all have professions in the healing arts and, bringing our gifts and our magic forward now so that we can bring them forward in a very powerful way. So we have India in the house, of course. Great to have you here. And Cindy also thinks she was on the dark side. Someone else here, not sure. Hey, Jerry, great to have you here. And so we're clearing this Dark Cabal energy today, Jerry. So it's going to be really fantastic. Let me get a drink. I'll drink to that. All right. So, what else? Yes. Okay. So we're clearing this Dark Cabal. So one of the things that was interesting is that on this Egypt trip, there were 3 people that we were told were responsible for starting this Brotherhood of the Snake. And I was apparently one of the 3. And when we went on this trip, I heard that information at the beginning of the trip, but either I couldn't believe it or it just didn't stick, kind of went whoosh like that. And so it wasn't until almost the last few days, like the last 5 days or so, where I really could hear it and really went deep with a lot of this stuff. And so when even during the trip, many of us were struggling with respiratory cough. In fact, I still have a little bit of a cough. also with fever and a few days of fever during the program. And then when I got back, I basically went to bed for like 5 days and fighting off this fever. My body just wanted to integrate and recalibrate to all of these new frequencies that I had brought in that I'm sharing with all of you today. And so these frequencies are the same as codes. Codes are frequencies. And so when we talk about codes, that's what we're talking about. And so some of us were also, in fact, that the person who was leading the trip, he was one of the people that was responsible for changing the hertz on the music frequency from 528 down to, I think it was 440. And so he had a bit of a purge and clearing for himself there. And so it's interesting how many of us we we created these darker energies to bring the light down. And so we were the ones who are also there now on the other side that could help dismantle this and put it back together. So great having you here, Bobby. I know that it's kind of in the middle of your workday, so it's good to have you here. So we're going to be clearing these dark energies, and by the way, we did change back the music frequency at Saqqara, which is the oldest step pyramid in the world, and we changed back the frequency from the 440 hertz back to 528. So that's another pyramid that's broadcasting in all new frequencies. So that's why such big energies, when I came back, and now because the frequencies are so much higher, it's like we're in these higher elevations where the uh, the fear entities are not living in this higher frequency, or not as many, and the discarnate beings and the control beings. Remember, before it was just like that, we were just swimming through this stuff, like, where is this going to end? And so now it's like the only residual energy left are the Cabal, not the Cabal, excuse me, the Draco, which is what implemented the Cabal energies. And sometimes we'll also find some of that the watcher energies. So we'll see what shows up today. We'll see what you're ready to clear. And a brief explanation of the Dark Cabal. So it is the energies that have broken away from the light. And if you want to know the origins of our cosmic origins, I highly suggest getting Ishmael Perez's book, Our Cosmic Origins, because it talks about billions of years ago in our human history as humanoids, these breakaway groups that created these darker energies that wanted to bring down the light. They wanted to be in service to themselves. And so this has evolved over billions of years. These darker energies have infiltrated galaxies and universes. And so now it has become the artificial intelligence that is really what our war is against and our fight is against. We are winning, and that is the good news. So, but I suggest you get his book, and then you could read all about the Cabal and the darker energies. And so most of us think about the Cabal as the 13 families that are ruling basically our planet. And so they govern all of our money. In fact, on our money, I don't think I have any money with me, but it is those codes and those programs are imprinted in all of our money. We've got that pyramid with the all-seeing eye, which is also linked to the London Eye in London. That's another future project we're going to be doing as a spiritual mission. But there is the 13 families are represented on the dollar bill everywhere. There's an eagle holding 13 arrows. 1776, I think, is also adds to 13, if I'm not mistaken. 21, that's a 3, actually. So anyway, no, 1776 was when the Illuminati was started. That's what that was. And so our dollar bills have been imprinted with all of these symbols and energies of the Cabal. And so that's one of the things we're going to be clearing today is we're going to be clearing them out of our money. So any questions before we get started? Let's just jump right in and get going here. All right. So first, we're going to start with this process called running your energy. And it's a practice. And as a matter of fact, we just started today with the 18-day program that is all about practicing this process on a daily basis. And also, this time around, it is focused specifically on our money, our businesses, our wealth, prosperity, our abundance. And so we're going to be spending 18 days. There's going to be a little bit of a break after the first week while I take care of this other mission at the Vatican for a week, and then we will reconvene. But that's going to give you a chance to practice. So for those of you who wanted to join, or you didn't know about it, or you want to get on board, we just started like just before I got on board here. So there is an opportunity for you to join through the weekend. Doors close Monday morning. That will be it. We'll keep a nice tight circle. So if you have not joined and you want to join, there is the link. You can get caught up on last week's Friday's inspiration. I highly recommend you listen to that because it really set the intentions for what we're creating in that program and our intentions for the whole next year, which are also important. So that lays the foundation for the program. So if you want to join, be sure to listen to last week's Friday's inspiration. And of course, this is also setting the tone for this program. So hopefully you'll be able to join us. You can use the weekend to get caught up and listen to today's recording as well. So without further ado, let's get started with running our energy today. So we're going to start with a big, effective grounding cord that goes from the base of our spine all the way to the center of the planet. And we're just going to use this energy to release all of these dark energies we've been clearing, that we've been holding. And we're ready to let go of these ancient contracts that we've had. And we can feel how they've been holding us back and keeping us from breaking through this glass ceiling. All right, next we're going to send roots down from the bottoms of our feet deep into our planet Earth. Those roots are going to wrap around the entire planet. We're going to start bringing that energy up through our legs, the energy of abundance, the energy of our Mother Earth, the feminine energy. So as it's coming up, it comes up to about the knee where it's kind of stopping. So the knees relate to changing directions. It also relates to our ego. You know, if we've had some kind of identity that unbeknownst to us is a little bit in this darker Cabal energy, you might notice that you're letting go of some of your identity, this false ego that's not you. Okay, good. So as we're coming through the thigh, now we're coming down the grounding cord. So 2 loops of energy up our legs and down the grounding. There we go. Let's see if there is a worry circle out to the 3rd layer. So we're going to pull in this energy. We're going to use a black flame right in this root chakra. This is where a big chunk of this stuff is. This is one of the things that we did in the program this morning is destroying this old contract that many of you have had. So for some of you, it's in this root chakra. We might find it in other places. But so for those of you, we'll just all do it just in case. You have a contract with this ancient Cabal in your root chakra. So we're going to imagine taking a contract, a visual contract, a written contract, and we're going to tear it up. We're going to just tear it up into a bunch of little pieces. And then we're going to just set it on fire. We're going to light that up. We're going to burn. We're going to consume and transform this contract till it dissolves and there's nothing left. You can blow the ashes away. Hue na maye tia na ka ye ama kupo ye na tutupuya. Ia na kune amaye I amaka akoye. Okay, good. So we're still getting ultra grounded here. That's a beginning. That's a good beginning. All right. Next, we want to make sure that our heart is grounded. So your heart is not grounded and it's not open very much either. It's only open about 15%. So these ancient energies connected to the Cabal have kept our hearts compressed, have kept us from accessing our infinite intelligence that lies here in our heart chakra, that helps us to self-generate love. So we can self-generate love right here in our hearts, but this energy has kept the heart compressed. So we're going to open your heart more. First of all, by going to the sixth chakra, out to that third layer. So these are beliefs that are not yours, that are installed by these ancient Cabal and darker energies that keep you thinking. So this is how they control all of humanity, is through mind control. And so we're going to start transmuting with a black flame right behind our sixth chakra, in the middle of our head. All of these beliefs that keep us thinking that we're powerless, that we can't do anything about what we see going on around us. The first thing you can do is to stop focusing on any of what's going on out there. Stop paying attention. Your attention is what feeds it. We are like battery packs to these energies. And so if we're not giving them any attention, any focus, we disconnect from them, and then they can't tap into us as a fuel source, as an energy source. Because they're cut off from the light, they're cut off from source, they need a fuel source. And so it's us. So we're going to stop giving them our attention. That's the first way that we start re-owning our power and our sovereignty. Okay, so let's see if the heart there. Now the heart is open 100% and it's starting to get grounded. So let's see where else. We're going to go back down to the root chakra, out to that third layer. And we're going to start letting go of the anger and the rage that you're holding here in your root chakra. Make that pipe nice and big so it can accommodate all this angry energy that's not yours. This is partly how they fuel themselves, is on these darker, lower vibrating energies. So they're always trying to make us mad about chemtrails and about the war and about water shortages and about hurricanes and anything to make us angry, upset, worried, fearful. So we're going to stop paying attention to all of that garbage, knowing that every time we focus on that and we're angry about what they are doing, we're just feeding all of it. Okay, great. So as this heart almost grounded, there it goes. Okay, good. So now the heart is grounded. There's one more piece to getting ultra grounded. We're talking ultra grounded. That's the whole point of our spiritual evolution, is embodying more light while being fully grounded in our bodies. Many of you are not, you're leaving your bodies because it's all this garbage feels uncomfortable. So we're staying fully present in our bodies 100% with that heart nice and grounded. Excellent. So the final piece, okay, the final piece of getting ultra grounded is women can rub your hands together, activate your hands, and put a hand on each of your ovaries. We tend to collect a lot of energy there, so let all of that energy go. Imagine a Y as that energy merges with your grounding cord, so it has a place to release. And then the men are going to create a Y from the prostate and testicles as those both merge into the grounding cord. It seems like it's all in close proximity to the grounding cord, all of those parts, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're grounded. So it's a really important part of re-owning your masculine energy and your manhood. Testosterone levels have never been lower than this time in human history. All right, so men, getting back in your testicles. All right, great. So next, we're going to bring our attention far above our heads, and we're going to start connecting with pure source as we start bringing pure source down through our creative rings, where all of our intentions live. And so we want these recalibrated in our highest and best interests as we bring pure source down through our crown. So it's stopping right at the crown chakra, out to that third layer. So this is where there's some of that Draco energy. So let's use a black flame, like a big halo, to transmute their ownership of us. They think they own us, but they don't. They only own you if you let them. So we're in charge. And this is where we gain more access to us being in charge. Okay, great. So let's let pure source come down into our crown now and our sixth chakra. So we're going down through the central core, down through the throat, down into our heart where it's stopping. Let pure source stir here in this heart chakra. And it's clearing all of the judgments we put on ourselves, all the ways that we're hard on ourselves, making us think we're not doing enough, we're not working hard enough, we're not being enough, doing enough. All of those judgments are not ours. Use a black flame in that heart so you can access more of, yes, that love in your heart, that self-generated love. When we self-generate love and we send that out into the world, then that's what we get back more of. All right, letting that heart get fuller, and fully 100% open, that heart chakra, letting go of all those judgments. As we bring, okay, there's still some energy there. There's still some energy in the heart. Let's use a black flame. We're going to transmute this Draco energy that wants to keep our heart energy compressed and pushed down. And so I've also just remembered and introduced this energy from, this is the Egyptian desert glass. And this one is carved in the energy of Sekhmet, which is now broadcasting a new frequency. Instead of war and destruction, she now has been promised that she will have her star lineage restored. So she has all new hope for the future and for her lineage. Now she has a completely new purpose. They can no longer tap into Sekhmet for these war energies. So she is with us. Desert glass energy is with us today, which was created when an asteroid hit the desert sands and created these blobs of energy. Okay. All right. So we're bringing pure source down into that heart chakra. Excellent. Into the solar plexus where it's stopping. Let's let this energy stir in the solar plexus. Letting go of all the effort, anything that says it's hard, anything that has you pushing or chasing or forcing anything. We're just going to drop all that down the grounding cord. And it's going to allow you to access your true power in the solar plexus. This is like your engine. And yes, it does things. It has an outward energy that actually takes actions and implements inspirations that come in. And it also activates the feminine magnet, which pulls things to us effortlessly. So both of those energies are working in there. And when they work in harmony, then our manifestations become much more effortless. Great. So now this pure source energy is coming down through the solar plexus into the second chakra, where it's stopping again. So out to that third layer, there's a lot of angry energy in here. Let's just drop it all down the grounding cord, because this angry energy is what feeds them. That's one thing. And it's a lower vibrating energy. So it's not where you're going to find your abundance, wealth, and prosperity in all this angry energy. So just let all that go. Excellent. So as pure source is coming down now through that second chakra, spilling down the root, take a deep breath into this alignment as we're connected way up high to pure source, rooted deeply into our Mother Earth. Yes, and okay, good. So we're connected and aligned in this high frequency. Let's mix these two energies together now. This earth energy coming up through the legs, pure source coming down the backside. We're going to bring that 50-50 mixture up the front. It's having a hard time leaving the root right now because there's a lot of fear there. So let's put that grounding cord back down if you've lost your grounding cord. And we're just going to dump all this fear of not doing enough. That's a big one. Like that's got you working really hard. So that fear of not doing enough and fear of the future. There's a big unknown there, isn't there? We don't know what's going to happen. But if you're like me, you sense that you're on the side of the light and you're in alignment with these higher frequencies, and you keep asking that question, how does it get any better than this? That makes me excited about the future. Not dreading the future at all. It comes with a lot of excitement for me because it just keeps getting better. And you can do the same as well. All right, so let's bring this 50-50 mixture up through that second chakra into the solar plexus. Okay, good. Clear out more of that effort, pushing, chasing, forcing in that solar plexus. Activate your feminine magnet. And so in the solar plexus, there's a lot of energy here as we're talking about this Cabal energy. These ancient lifetimes with this Cabal energy. Let's see. We're going to clear about 15 lifetimes when you were on the dark side. And so as a result of, first of all, these unresolved lifetimes, we're going to clear this first. But as a result of this, those energies tend to kind of follow us, and it doesn't allow us to, okay, all this information is coming, because of the spells, the curses, they didn't want us going to the light. And so they're still trying to hold us back, hold us down. They know how radiant you are and how brilliant and how magical. And so they're still trying to hold you down. So right here in the solar plexus, we're going to clear about 15 of these past lives. We're going to use a black flame. Goya nama ia na tupuye na tukoya. Ia nama akea tumoyo apa te inaye. Goya na akayala tapa akia ineya. And so as we're clearing out all of this old residual energy, you're starting to access more of your hidden gifts, and it's not like these have ever been taken away. You've always had access to them. They've just been buried, and also buried under a lot of fear of accessing it because you didn't want to die again. So just keep going. Or can also use some gold energy. This energy is also being very helpful in this solar plexus here. Just keep going with this energy, dropping all of the energies that are not yours down the grounding, transmuting the rest with black flame, golden flame, a white selenite flame. Use your own imagination and whatever's coming to you. Maybe there's a different flame that's coming to you. I see some emerald flames now showing up because there's been a lot of this ritual abuse, sexual rituals, etc., trauma. And that's what that green flame is especially good for. The energy of Michael is showing up right now. And so just know that all of these energies are aspects of ourselves. It's not like we have to call on Michael the Archangel to get his help and support and have him clear the way. We have his energy in us already. And so when we call on these energies, we're really maybe going outward to call from the inward. So maybe that makes sense. At any rate, let's bring this powerful energy up through the solar plexus now. Nope, there's still some more to clear. All right, so you guys are digging in deep to your power today. That's excellent to hear. Let's see what else. How many lifetimes are left over? There's still 3 left. So to clear these 3, first of all, we're going to go back down to the root chakra, out to that 3rd layer. And so the energy that's here is bigger than anger. It's bigger than rage. It is fury. Like if you're furious, that's the biggest rage you can have. Let's use this angry energy to transmute all of the darkness, all of this ancient connections, these contracts, these spells, these curses that are keeping down our power. We use this rage, this fury, this furious energy, just allowing that to transmute. It's like flames just blazing, blasting out all of this dark energy. Your dragons are showing up now. And so if there's any dark dragons that are part of this ancient cabal, we invite them to the light, that they too, as sentient beings, can transform their energy. They too can come to the light. Oya nama apaye tia kuye iamapa wapa enati kea anakuye uyamakaye. Whew, yes, all of your powerful beings. Wow, this is amazing. Woo, 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 woo. Amazing. Yeah, just let all that fury just clear, transmute, just there's a word that I'm thinking of, when the fire clears the metal and all the icky stuff comes off, and all that's left is this pure energy. Pure energy. That's you. That's your power. Connect to that power in your solar plexus there. It's like gold. It is. It's a big gold chunk. Maybe you're saying something different. I'd love to hear what you guys are saying through this. I'm seeing a big golden chunk that remains. That is your true power. Whew. Okay, good. So we're activating your power now as we're coming up. So all of those 15 lifetimes on the dark side have been cleared. So as we're coming up through the solar plexus into the heart, so it's stopping here. So we're activating your deepest heart energy, just like we did in the solar plexus. There's fury in the heart as well. So let's use that fury to transmute all of the judgments, all of the spells and curses that have been put on our hearts, keeping our love energy down, our ability to self-generate love, our ability to connect to all of our gifts, all of our magic, all of our brilliance, all of our radiance. We are star beings here on the planet at this time to access all of this power. Woo! E amapoye tienaka aye matumuyo. Ianaka aye kanata apokuye. Ianati mapaye anatukuyo. Iana ye makiaka kea. Woohoo! Beautiful. Are we having fun yet? Okay, good. So let's bring this powerful energy that is you up through the solar plexus and the heart. There it goes, up through the throat, up through that sixth chakra. Let's let it stir in there. Now you can see all of those energies that just don't fit and match this new power that you're sending and coursing through your energy field now. All those beliefs that had you thinking small and like, I can't, it's like, no, I am a powerful being and I am going to listen to the inspirations and I am going to take actions. I'm going to implement them now that we're stepping into this new year, this new quarter, this new moon, this new everything, new you. Whew. Okay, coming up through the crown. So right at that crown, access your crowns for your queendoms and your kingdoms and connect with your sovereignty. And out to that third layer. Let's use a black flame to further cleanse this crown, your crown, so you can shine it up. It's getting nice and golden now. Wow. Whew. Okay, good. There we go. And now there's like this big gold beam just shooting out of your heads. And wow. Okay, so as this golden beam is shooting out through all of your rings, activating all of your Akashic records, all the information you need to know out into the future as you connect with your already successful, abundant, prosperous self. And now you start bringing all of that forward. That is going to pull you forward with your inspiration. And you're no longer going to be pushed by all of this angry energy. You're going to be pulled by your inspiration. So as this golden energy is shooting out through your rings and your crown, and it's going to fountain down through all the layers of your aura. Let's clear the 50th layer. We're going to start at the bottom. We could use a rainbow flame if you wanted to just clear out all of that watcher energy, all those energies watching us. Or watch us shine. Okay, good. 50. And we're going to go all the way out to the 100th layer. We use a black flame. And we're just going to clear and cleanse this entire 100th layer. Whew. Okay. Wow. That's excellent. Now our aura is clear. So now we're going to do both the old and the new parts of our circle of reciprocity. This old way, starting at the heart, coming out that right arm as we implement that masculine doing, implementing energy. And then we connect with that left receiving hand and allow it to flow into that left hand so that you give yourself permission. So many of you have not been allowing yourself to receive. In fact, even now, the left wrist is blocked. So that's why we will start. It looks like we always need to start with this to make sure that you're receiving. Because you guys are great givers, but you can't just give. You will, then you get empty, right? You have to fill yourself up. That's self-care. That's not selfish. Good. So allow yourself to fill yourself up as it comes into the heart, the circle out the right arm, in the left, simultaneously through the throat and the sixth chakra and the crown and through all the rings. Good. So once you've mastered this and you give and receive easily and effortlessly, there's a new part, there's a new evolution to this circle of reciprocity. This is a living entity, always growing, always changing. And so now we're going to take this heart energy as it comes out both arms, and we send that love out into the world. So first we fill ourselves up, and then we're full, right? And so then we're sending love out into the world. Now, since we're full, now there's an overflow to give out into the world, to our friends, to our families, to people in need, to the whole planet. The whole planet needs love, right? And then you allow yourself to receive all of that love back through both arms. You just doubled your abundance. All right. So now you're filling yourself up and you're letting that energy just circulate through the heart and through your entire energy field as we merge and connect with everyone, because we are all connected anyway. And so now we can do it more consciously in this energy of high frequency, high vibration, energy of love. Wow, that's excellent. Let's also check and see. I'd love to hear how you guys are feeling, by the way. There's a little bit more I want to do, but hang on. Selma says, perfect timing to do this with today's full moon. Yes, I thought the full moon was on Monday, but I could be wrong. At any rate, we are in the energy of that new moon, which is a 3-day window on both sides. So great. And then someone says, light crystal blue came up for me. Great. All lit up. Great. I love it, Lynn. Amazing. I feel full of light. Oh, so the full moon is today. Okay, great. Thanks for letting us know. So this is a great time to do this, but it's also a great time. Let's rage be the fire of light. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And so that is the great transmutation, right? We're converting all of this angry energy and turning it into light for sure. So this is also a great day for those of you who love to do vision boards. That is also one of the bonuses, if I'm not mistaken, in our program that we just started today. So great time to do a vision board, which in and of itself is a great tool, but in and of itself is not going to create what you really want to create. as much as using it as a tool along with the program, along with raising our frequencies, because you're going to manifest that board in whatever frequency you create it in. So, new moon, great time for vision boards. It's a fun tool. It's just a great artistic expression. I love them. And so, great time to do that. You're welcome for my generous heart. And I am just a reflection of all of you. So, let's see what else we have. So, there's a few more things I wanted to check to make sure that we've cleared all of this cabal energy, at least everything you're ready to let go of right now. So we cleared those 15 past lives that we had with the dark cabal. Let's see if there's any more contracts. I'm getting a yes. So we cleared one in the root chakra, but I'm also noticing one at the top of our creative rings. So we're going to go to the top of our rings and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to tear up that contract. We're going to burn it up and let that transmute. We'll just blow away the ashes and have this contract be cleared through all time and space. And also we're going to, okay, good. So that cleared that contract. Let's see if there's any more. No more contracts in the energy field. Let's also see if there's any residual spells and curses. So they definitely didn't want us being on the light. So they gave us a lot of limitations and a lot of crap with these spells and curses. So, okay, good. So we still have about 50 spells. 50 spells and how many curses? 5. Okay. So let's see where these are. Okay. At the crown, first we're going to go to the crown. We're going to use a black flame. And this black flame, there's okay, so there it's like a black disc sitting in like a big plug into our kind of like our blowhole of our crown chakra. And we're going to use use whatever comes to your mind, what you should use for clearing this disc. I'm going to say, if nothing is coming to mind or you're not sure, use a black flame. We're going to use black flame to transmute spells, curses, this big disc. Koya na maye tiana kupoya apaye tanakaye. Aku ye amakaye tamaki ke aye pokoyo. Oyanati matea kaye iana pokoye akaye. Right now there's a woman that's showing up with completely black drape with just a slit of her eyes showing. Hang on for a second here. She is being transmuted into this warrior goddess with all of these jewels, and she's got this arrow pointing in the direction that she wants to go. And inviting this woman in this darkness that's still on the dark side to come to the light. And any of those who are still on the dark side, these are all sentient beings, that they can make a choice. This is a free will planet, and we can all make a choice to be on the side of the light. Whew. Her veil has now opened, and her face is very white and bright. Koe na mae tia na pokoyea ama koko no tupoye. Come to the light. Wow. There's a lot of grief coming out there. Yeah. Welcoming our sisters. into the light. Uye na mapaye tina kokuye mapaye. Anatataye kina kukuye. Excellent. So the spells have lifted. That disc is gone. Curses. We still have 5 curses. We're going to go to the root chakra, out to that 3rd layer. And this is all about the fear of stepping into our power, stepping into our magic, our brilliance, our radiance, our gifts. You're all here on the planet at this time for a very specific reason. And you're all here listening to this now for a very specific reason. So I really commend you and applaud you for being here. We're joining the forces of light. We are doing it. We're doing the work. And I see this next year as being a very exciting year. And while there may be some few last ditch efforts to try and scare the masses, because we're standing in our power, we're going to be completely unaffected by that. And we're not going to allow it to shake us at all, because we're standing in our power. We know our purpose. We're stepping into it. We're listening to the inspirations, and we're going to start taking actions if we haven't already. And so curses. Okay, there's 3 left. We're going to go to the 6th chakra, out to that 3rd layer. And this curse has cursed us to a lifetime of being afraid to take that next step and to do the scary work. We've been letting fear, win, haven't we? And so now is the time. They're like, when else will you step into your power? So we're clearing this curse and all the beliefs that come with it in that 6th chakra. Oyanati amakupoye amakianate anatupoye. And so the words that came through after we cleared that is that I am fearless. We're also going to go to the root chakra, and we're going to clear some curses there. Out to that 3rd layer. This is the other place where fear has been winning and keeping us afraid to take that next step. So let's just pull all of those energies in. Use that black flame. Put a stake in the ground. Demand that you step into your power fully and that you embrace your power. And so another one of these dark ninja women, all in black with just the slit, she is kneeling at the root. Yeah, there it goes. And so the blackness is just starting to dissolve from the top of her head as her golden energy is starting to emerge out of this darkness, out of this veil. Ooh, yes. Welcome, sister. And as we all extend our welcoming arms to all of these beings of light that want to come to the light now, dropping the swords, dropping the agendas, feeling safe in this energy of the light. Oyanama aye, diamake anapopoye amaye anatuyo, kuboya no kuboya. Woo. There we go. Now she's turned into this eagle, this golden eagle, and is like just dropping her robes. Whew. It's almost emotional. Ah, so beautiful. So allowing all of you to emerge from this dark cabal energy with confidence, with joy in our hearts, with that just sparkly, radiant brilliance that you can now own this space. Put that stake in the sand. Put those roots deeply into our Mother Earth and just really connect to this energy, this feminine energy, which is really a big part of what's happening on the planet now as women are stepping into our feminine power, not this masculine, angry energy. It's a very soft. I know. I remember when I channeled Mary, Mary, Mother of Jesus, at one point, and she has a very grounded, certain, powerful energy, and at the same time, it's very loving and soft and kind and compassionate, and we are both. And it's when we stand in this kind of strong, loving, compassionate power that's not angry. There's really no reason. No, I can't say that. There's lots of reasons to be angry, but we don't need to be in that angry energy. And we can use our passion, not our anger. We can use our passion to pull us forward into this new year, into our dreams, into this new light, and doing our work. Wow, great job. Great job, kids. And that's just some playful energy. Anyway, I hope that you will decide to join us. We're doing this every single day for 18 days. We're starting back on Monday, and we haven't even started clearing our money energy yet. So we're going to do that on Monday. I hope you'll be joining us. There's still room. There's still time for you to get caught up. But on Monday, the doors close tight. So let's see if we have any questions. Good grief, it did make me sleepy. That's all the unconscious energy coming out, Jerry. Great job. Love and light. Okay, good. Let's see what else we got here. You're so welcome. Okay. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. All of you, you are, thank you, Jalpa. You are the reason I come here every week, all of you. And so you help me to stand in my purpose and in my power, and it keeps just getting better. All right. Well, hopefully we'll see you on Monday as you join us for this next round of 18 days of stepping into our powerful abundance, prosperity, wealth, and money. And otherwise, have a great weekend. So much clearer. Yes, of course. And so much energy. Yes. You're so welcome, Reiki. And I'm so glad you're in the program with us. And so we will see you all back here either, Friday. We'll see you here next Friday. And otherwise, hopefully we'll see you on Monday, and we'll get busy rocking your businesses and your money and your prosperity and your abundance. All right. Have a beautiful weekend. I will be heading north later this evening, and I will be sending my broadcast. Right now I'm in Southern California. I'll be sending my broadcast on Monday from Northern California, San Francisco Bay Area. All right. Sending so much love to all of you. Happy New Year. And we will see you soon. Namaste.
It's been really incredible for me, like, to be able to shift the stories around where I had felt like I had been taken advantage of, like with financially, and I shifted all of those stories and, was able to have really deep compassion for myself in recognizing that rather than feeling like a victim, I just was really able to clear that. This has had profound effect on my romantic relationship. It has just taken it to such another level. I know it's, for me, the two have always been really kind of tangled together. So it's really felt like it's really cleared that. And I literally last week, I was going through some of my paperwork, which I'd kind of been avoiding. And I suddenly realized, I looked at my bank account and all of a sudden I'm getting all this extra money. And I'm like, where is that coming from? And I literally don't really even need to work. And I'm like, this is wild. And I didn't even have that in my space. So yeah, this has been really, really incredible. It opened a lot for me.
Great. That is so excellent to hear. And I love that this has also opened up your relationship space because, I know we've been opening the channels for receiving, so it doesn't really matter what the receiving is. Money is just one piece. Love is another part of an abundance of love, so how we do anything is how we do everything. And so I so love to hear that it's helped such a broad spectrum of your life.
It really has. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.